Morning, this is my 2002 SV650 custom, which I've called an SV650VR, standing for Vintage Racer. It's not necessarily a cafe racer, but this is just my idea of what I wanted a vintage racer modded bike to look like. It's a 2002 SV650s, and I'll just quickly walk you through what's been done to it. So on the front here we have a fairing from Poly 26 in Belgium. They sell a kit that provides the fairing, and if we look in here you can see it actually has a specific mounting bracket that mounts onto the front of the headstock there, and you have to buy 3 separate pieces: the fairing itself, the bubble screen, and then the mounting bracket. And you can see that the mounting bracket also then allows you to mount the clocks. And you can see the fairing is kind of shaped around it. It's not exact, and I'm sure with a bit of filler or something it would look better, but it's near as damn it. But you can see that the bracket itself has a metal mounting plate, so it mounts the bracket obviously onto the bike, but it then also mounts the clocks onto the fairing. And you can see where the original fairing mounts are. That's what you use to mount the actual bracket itself. But anyway, that's the fairing. It comes unpainted. It was treated with something which my painter had to strip off, but I can't remember what that was. But anyway, that's the fairing. I've then put on a halo headlight, which if I just quickly switch that on, I've put on a halo ring headlight. The daytime running light is just the ring, which I think looks pretty cool, and that was about £100, I suppose, for the headlight. Oh, the fairing kit, the entire fairing kit, I think was about £250–300. The headlight itself, the bulb, I think was about £30, and then I've actually got a chrome. You can see it there. The chrome headlight bucket was probably about, I think that was about £100 in itself. Other things that I've had done to the bike, I've put on some new levers, bar and mirrors, some brown grips to match the seat, which I'll talk about in a minute. I've remounted the indicators off the radiator, so I actually made up these little brackets here. I just designed them in Illustrator and sent them off to an online laser cutter. It cost very little, maybe a tenner, to get 2 bespoke little brackets made. These indicators I bought online. I don't know, they were probably £40 for 4 of them, so 2 front, 2 back. The bike already came with these crash bobbins on it. Then moving down, the seat itself I've had recovered by a local upholsterer. It was about £150. He did it in brown leather for me. He's done a really nice job. The rear seat cowl, that's from AirTech in the US. It was quite expensive, but the only people that really make one. There is another one you can get, but it's a much lower profile, and I didn't really think it matched the bike very well. The nice thing about this one is from here you can see that just the flow of the bike is much nicer. If that was sort of the half height of the ones that you get from Power Bronze and Pyramid Plastics and people like that, it just doesn't really suit it. It sits too low. And what I liked about it was that as I said, it just kind of continues the flow of the line of the bike, which mattered to me, might not matter to you. Exhaust hanger. Again, this exhaust hanger here I designed in Illustrator, sent that off to a laser cutter. They laser cut it for me. They also put the bends in where I asked, 45-degree bends. So again, that took me no time at all to do. Total cost for that was probably about 40 quid. I then sent it to a local powder coater, and I think it cost me £5. I mean, he's a nice guy, so maybe he was doing me a favour, but I think I sent that and the indicator stems, and they were, yeah, I think it was like 10 quid for all of it. The other thing that I've made up is this bracket here. So this is an attachment for a SW Motec Legends bag, because unfortunately I need to carry stuff for work. I need to carry my laptop at least. So on the underside utilising the existing bungee points, I actually had you can buy this piece here so that you can modify your own, and then I had these two pieces welded on, which I've then bolted to the underside of the bike, which you know, I think it's quite neat, quite tidy. You know, just bought a couple of caps to finish that off, but you know, from this side of the bike you can't really see it. The exhaust, the original exhaust, up until this point where I then had to cut it, literally hacksaw it off. I had a link pipe made up from a guy on eBay. I think that was maybe a tenner. And then the exhaust itself, which was probably only about 40 quid, it's just a generic cone-shaped exhaust from eBay. So again, not a lot of money spent there. It's pretty straightforward. Then powder coating the wheels. I took the wheels off and had them powder coated black to match the bike a bit better. I would love to have spoked wheels, but I don't know that anybody makes spoked wheels that will fit straight on, and having ones made up are very expensive. The swing arm, I actually bought this swing arm off eBay for probably 25 quid and had it powder coated, and again the powder coating was maybe 20 pounds, 30 pounds. So you know, for between 40 and 50 quid I had a new well, as near as damn it new black coated swing arm. So the next time I took the bike in for a service, I had my mechanic switch them over for me, which was great. He also put a braided line on the rear here. The front already had one. Then there's the paint job itself. So the paint job I designed. I am a designer. Remo is the name of my company. But as you see, the paint has done a fabulous job. These are not decals. They are die cut, masked and painted on, so you can't feel anything. It's all beautifully smooth, but I think he's done a beautiful job of it. Yeah, wonderful job. Unfortunately, unfortunately he's no longer around, but there you go. So there you go, that's kind of it. There's a few bits left to do. I want to put on some nice silver reservoir there. I might actually have something made up to cover the top here, because it's, as you can see, it's quite corroded and it doesn't look quite nice. I've actually got a new ignition barrel to go in as well. Actually ended up buying a new filler cap as well, so that looks all nice and shiny and new. So I'm trying to slowly replace bits that I can. So it's a sort of a work in progress, really. Oh, so a clear lens on the back there. I know a lot of you guys have those on your bikes anyway. But anyway, that's where I've got to. Not everybody's taste, I know, but it is mine. Things that I know I want to do. I want to have the pipes either coated or polished. I probably, well, one day I'd love to have spoked wheels, as I said, but it's a case of finding out who does those and how much they would cost. But for now, that's my little SV650 racer, and I'll just give you a quick sound because it sounds pretty nice, to be honest with you. So let's give it a go. Oh, hang on a second, I'm gonna have to put you down for just a sec.